Gina, can you stand up, turn over your board and give the name of your first nomination and explain your reasons for this nomination?
My first nomination is Hazel, and I really feel that you're being a little bit fake in the house and not being true to yourself, and especially watching that video as well really scared me, and I felt like that was actually you, and especially that you said that you're evil inside. It really scared me, and I feel that you're playing a very good game, and you've done it clearly. And
Thank you, Gina.
also Jackie, it kind of scared me the other day when you said that you kind of want an argument in the house and you want to argue with someone, and
What?
I thought that that was really strange. Yeah, Wolfie was there and Charlie, and you said that you want to.
Oh yeah, I was ready for a feisty. Yeah, because that's me, my temperament, and I haven't had any rows.
As an adult,
like tonight, it's nice to get something out.
But
That's
as an
all it
adult,
means.
I wouldn't really expect that from an adult, so I was just a bit shocked, and I thought, you know, my mum and her friends would never act that way, so I thought. Yeah.
Well, no, I wanted to
Gina,
vent my.
please sit down.
Oh, glad anyway.
Sam, can you stand up and give the name of your first nomination and explain your reasons for this nomination?
My first nomination is Dexter. Sorry, I can't work you out, but sometimes I think your sound is sound as, and then other times like I'm just like, I just see a side you. I just think, oh, you know, I just don't know who you are. But okay, my second nomination is Sophie. When we were playing that game and we had to find the keys, you pressed the button a lot, but then you wouldn't give an answer. It just struck me as if you got a lot to say about someone, like you know what the answer is, but you're too afraid to say it. And when I asked you the other day, I asked you to repeat something, you said a comment about me. I asked you to repeat it, I didn't know what you said, but it felt like you were just holding back on what you were trying to say. So I just think that
Sam, please sit down. Sophie, can you stand up and give the name of your first nomination and explain your reasons for this nomination?
My first nomination is Dexter, because obviously we fell out, and the things that you say sometimes I don't agree with. They wind me up and ag the life out of me. And my second nomination is Sam, because I just feel like we haven't sat down and had a chat and spoke to each other like you have with everyone else.
Okay.
Sophie, please sit down. Callum, can you stand up and give the name of your first nomination and explain your reasons for this nomination?
My first nomination is Dexter, in the same way as Daly. I want to look you in the eyes when I say it, because I've had your back and supported your cause from day one. I still think you are interesting and intriguing, and I will go for a beer with you on the outside. But within here, over the last couple of days, you're so unpredictable, you're making my head spin. You're still a top bloke, genuinely, and I still associate myself with you. And I've never said a bad word about you, and you'll see this. And the other thing is, I do fundamentally believe that Sophie was, you know, speaking the truth, you know, and she, all she did was defend herself when she thought you was lying, and I don't think Sophie would lie, so for me that was obviously a lie. But
Callum, please give the name of your second nomination and your reasons for this nomination.
I couldn't think of anyone, because I do get along with the rest of the house, so it had to come down to someone who I'm not as close with, and you know, we've said it to each other, haven't we, already? The fact that for some reason, I've said in the diary room, I've said to the other people in this house that I love the way you operate, I love brutal honesty, but for some reason, and I think we're very alike, and I've said that upstairs too, we're very alike, but for some reason it's just not, there's no closeness there, is there, for whatever reason.
Callum, can you confirm the name of your second nomination?
Dan, but we're just not close, for whatever reason. I think you're a good bloke, but just don't click.
Callum, please sit down. Charlie, can you stand up and give the name of your first nomination and explain your reasons for this nomination?
Dexter, I'm going to nominate you as my first, purely because I just, like I said to you, I don't know how much I trust you. I genuinely really like you, and I always want to give you the benefit of the doubt. I like everyone in here, so I have to go with the people I can least trust, or haven't, just least trust, I guess. I can't read your mind, and that bothers me because I feel like I can read other people. And yeah, that's literally it. I like you.
Can you give the name of your second nomination and your reasons for this nomination?
My second nomination is Wolfie, and I don't want to give it at all, but we've had conflicts this week, and we're the only two that have had a problem with each other, like me and you together, rather than me and anyone else this week. We've resolved it now, but judging by the week I've had now, I felt really uncomfortable. I felt like what I said was sort of, I just was scared to say stuff, but we've got it all out of the system and it's fine now.
Charlie, please sit down now. Jack and Joe, can you stand up and give the name of your first nomination and explain your reasons for this nomination?
Our first nomination is Dexter, purely because we're fed up of throwing that dog the bone because it gets boring. I said I wanted you out last week. I still agree that I don't like the fact you're still in this house.
Jack and Joe, can you give the name of your second nomination and your reasons for this nomination?
Our second nomination is Gina. You generally are a lovely person, but I think when you have alcohol, you turn into a different person. You're a Jekyll and Hyde, and sometimes you take a bottle of wine. It comes down to little things. You don't help out in the kitchen. You are a lovely person, but when it comes down to the boil, we do like you, but when it comes down to the boil, sometimes you just don't come across as helpful as other members of the house.
That's okay.
That's literally that.
Jack and Joe, please sit down now. Dexter, please stand up. As you're aware, it is against the rules to discuss nominations. However, at 3:42 this afternoon, you said the following to Dan and Gina about Wolfie. Until 4 or 5 or 6 people collectively put her up, then it's always going to be the same. Dexter, as you have persisted in breaking the rules regarding the discussion of nomination, Big Brother is removing your right to nominate this week. Dexter, you may now sit down.
You snake. I knew you were a sly dog all along.
The housemates facing this week's public votes are Wolfie, Dan, Gina, and Dexter.